Well, what do you know? It's TGIF. 7th of April, 2023. I'll celebrate it with you people. I can only conclude that there's some people out there who don't like tacos. You got it. Lost another sub to my channel. I'm down to 254 subs with 665 podcasts behind me. Uh-oh. That means today's podcast will be the mythical 666 podcast. And it's somewhat fitting, somewhat coincidental, when you consider the content contained in today's podcast. Just saying, I don't believe in coincidences. It's not supposed to work like this, people. You're supposed to gain subscribers, and your channel is supposed to grow. But not mine. Oh, no way. I'm going to break my cut and stone channel rules today. Yep, I'm going to name names, but only the names of Team Evil's operatives. So most of you know by now, I run one of the largest and most sophisticated information gathering networks in the area. No, people, I don't have to be at a certain place when something happens. The intel always, and I mean always, filters back to me here on level 7. And because he's a good guy, and because he's my buddy, I won't disclose his name. I'll just call him my mailman, and leave it there. So a shout out to you, my buddy, and let me be the first to salute you on taking a stand against Bud Light's newest brand influencer, whatever the hell that is, the new product endorser, brand influencer, for Bud Light. And his name is One Dylan Mulvaney, and he has a YouTube channel with 18,600 subscribers. Now, good night, nurse. What's wrong with me? I'll leave a link below to Dylan's channel. You can draw your own conclusions. Okay, now back to my mailman, my buddy. He has publicly declared a boycott of Budweiser products. And while it is a small individual act, it has huge possibilities, people. Because while he's only an army of one, boycotting Bud's product line, what if we joined him? Not only joined him, but will join the other thousands of people online, pissed off people, who are doing likewise, boycotting Bud's product line. What a simple but powerful way to send a crystal clear message to another Whiskey Oscar Kilo Echo multinational corporation. So, I'm joining with my buddy, my mailman. Yep, since 1974, I've been a loyal, cool, crisp millennial Bud drinker, but not anymore. Fuck them. I'm sick of this insanity. So I salute you, my buddy, for taking a stand, and I'm happy to join in your efforts. Now, my mailman also recently told me he has shared some of my podcasts with his circle of friends. He claims they like them until I go off the deep end and start talking fake space and flat earth. Well, my mailman, nothing to see here. No mystery, for truth has a way of doing that. Truth doesn't turn the majority on, it turns them off. Far too many American pussies suffer from cognitive dissonance. And if any bottom feeders are rubbernecking today's podcast, I'm not going to explain cognitive dissonance. Learn to use a search engine, for crying out loud. Learn something. So, the first link below is Dylan Mulvaney's YouTube channel. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to have to lose bacon and replace it with beer. You know, liquor, guns, beer, tits. You know, you get my point. In yesterday's podcast, I mentioned Radical Rick Wiles from True News asked what the old American heroes would do today. He concluded, and I agreed, they would quickly lock and load. Men of the Davy Crockett and Daniel Boone character and caliber. The day before that, Radical Rick asked what would the Protestant reformer Martin Luther do about the next story I'll relate to you. The Lutheran Church was named after him and in his honor of Martin Luther, who did serious battle with the then all-powerful Holy Roman Catholic Church. Now, before I go on to my last story, we need to learn a new acronym. Nimby, November, India, Mike, Bravo, Yankee. Not in my backyard. You'll usually hear NIMBY when discussing a new chemical, biological, or nuclear waste site. But today, as a born in Rugby on a cold, dark July, full-blooded North Dakotan, I'm going to say NIMBY, not in my backyard, and I'm going to say it to the St. Mark's Lutheran Church in Fargo, North Dakota. Not Chicago, not San Francisco, not even Murderapolis. but there is a connection to Murderapolis I will discuss shortly. But no, Fargo, North Dakota. It appears a one Micah Luegi gave a seriously blasphemous sermon. I don't know how much Mike identifies, what its pronouns are, but it ain't good. I don't know if it was a guest pastor or an associate pastor of the Fargo Church. I will link the St. Mark Lutheran Church website below. Take a look-see. See if you notice anything colorful. And you tell me. But while you're there, click on the About Us tab. Check out the current head pastor, Joseph A. Larson. Notice in particular that he graduated from Luther Seminary, St. Paul, yep, the Twin Cities. And Joe used to be the executive director of the Aliveness Project in Murderapolis. Bet you can't guess what they're about. Bet you can't. People, you know I like old sayings, right? How about this one? Birds of a feather flock together, and so do pigs and swine. Just so happens St. Mark's is located in the only city in North Dakota, Fargo, with an active abortion clinic. We definitely need to rename Fargo to Far Gone. Yeah, but Dave, that's a Lutheran church in North Dakota's largest city. We don't hear that bullshit in our local small-town Lutheran congregations. Maybe not, people, but does your pastor condemn the Fargo church? 'Cause it ain't gonna happen, because your small-town Lutheran church is hooked directly, linked to the hierarchy, the upper management, the same upper management overseers of the Fargo Lutheran Church. Don't doubt me. Don't try to weasel away from it, people. It is. They won't say a goddamn thing about it. It's just one more obvious problem with the 501c3 state churches. So I'm throwing the Nimby flag. Not in my backyard. Not in my state. There's the fucking door. Don't let it hit you in the ass on the way out of here. So, to answer Radical Rick's question, what would Martin Luther do? Well, he probably wouldn't lock and load. But as far as driving a stake in the ground, gathering some sticks, and obtaining a torch, a lit torch, oh yeah. People, there is some history I wish would repeat. This insanity has got to stop. And I got stuff to do.